The legend of the Crimson Drifter. Across the Philippines and the vast western Pacific, there lie lonely sea routes, endless expanses of water where hours can pass without another vessel in sight. The horizon stretches pure and unbroken, and the ocean feels older than memory itself. Yet from time to time a red silhouette emerges from that emptiness. A small, silent, weather-beaten ship drifting with no destination. Its hull, once a deep crimson, has long since faded, scarred with patches of rust. The name once carved into its side has been erased by years of salt and wind. No flags wave from its mast, no signals are sent. It moves without crew or purpose, carried by unseen currents. To sailors, it is known as the red-hulled drifter, and no one knows where it came from, or where it goes. For decades, sightings of this mysterious vessel have been reported off the coast of Luzon near Guam and even close to the Mariana Trench. Each report is eerily similar: a rusting red ship no larger than a fishing trawler drifting quietly without a visible crew or any signs of distress. Some have tried to board the vessel, a few succeeding, others never returning. Those who have stepped onto its deck describe an eerie stillness, a space that feels hauntingly arranged by absence. The deck glistens with sea spray, yet remains strangely clean. The wheel stands unmanned, hatches sealed, cargo holds empty. The faint odor of diesel sometimes lingers, other times something far less familiar. No papers, registration, or radio identifiers have ever been found. The engine, when present, is perfectly intact, but lifeless tools are neatly stored, tables bolted down, as though the crew simply vanished between one breath and the next.
Yet what disturbs most who've seen it is not its emptiness, but its unchanging condition. The drifter never truly deteriorates over decades. Its appearance remains the same. The same rust marks, the same faded paint, the same frayed ropes still holding firm. It is as if the ship defies time, preserved not by nature but by something beyond it. Some whisper that it is a true ghost ship. Not a wreck, not a ruin, but a vessel detached from time itself.
There are unofficial naval accounts of attempts to tow the drifter to shore. Each effort ended in failure. Engines stalled, tow lines snapped, and the vessel vanished into fog. When found again, it was adrift once more, as if it refused to be captured. The weather never seems to move it. It simply appears, sometimes thousands of miles from its last recorded sighting, untouched and unchanged. Explanations abound. Some say it's a World War II relic cursed by the sea. Others claim it's a shared hallucination, a mariner's mirage born from exhaustion and silence. A ghost of the ocean appearing only when the waters are perfectly still and the mind begins to wander, yet those who have walked its decks insist otherwise. An unofficial U.S. Navy report from 1997 describes a table set for three within the ship's cabin. Plates, spotless napkins neatly folded. The room was bone dry, untouched by mildew or decay. Every clock aboard had stopped. All at the exact same time. A decade later, in 2008, a sailor claimed to hear footsteps echoing below deck. Slow, deliberate, heavy. He was alone. Others describe a low humming sound, not from machinery but from beneath the floorboards, a deep vibration like a song below hearing. Though these accounts remain unverified, the legend endures. Each time the red-hulled drifter appears, it stirs the same feeling. A quiet dread, not of harm but of something profoundly unnatural. It should not exist, and yet there it is, weathered but whole, silent but aware, forever drifting. Some believe it has ties to the Mariana Trench, that it rises from depths beyond human reach. Sonar readings from past sightings have shown unexplained anomalies, shapes far below that don't align with known terrain. Perhaps the drifter is an artifact of something ancient, or a warning, a message from the deep that we were never meant to read. But the ocean offers no answers, only presence. And the presence of the drifter lingers. They say if you sail past it without looking, it remains still. But if you pause, if you try to understand, something aboard begins to notice. Something that remembers. So now captains steer wide. They no longer log its sightings. There's no reason to. The ship vanishes as swiftly as it appears, swallowed by fog and tide. Still, for those who've truly seen it, the image endures, a red outline on an endless horizon, a ship with no name, no crew, no story, a question etched in steel. And as we leave this modern phantom of metal, we turn now to ancient stone beneath the waves of Japan, where a submerged monument lies hidden and mystery takes new form among the Ryukyu Islands. The sunken Greek civilization. In the southern stretches of Greece, where the Peloponnesian Peninsula extends into the blue expanse of the Mediterranean like a resting lion, there lies a stretch of sea so shallow and pristine that sunlight pierces straight to the seabed. Just off the coast of Laconia, near the modern-day village of Elefanisos, the waters are calm, ordinary at first glance, yet beneath this serene surface lies a forgotten city, its streets, courtyards, tombs, and stone outlines still intact beneath the shimmering waves. This is Pavlopetri, a city not born of legend or imagination. Unlike the mythical Atlantis or Heraclean, it was never truly lost to time, only concealed just beyond sight. For centuries, locals whispered tales of sunken stones below the waterline. Fishermen swore they saw walls glinting beneath the surface on bright windless days, and children waded unknowingly over ancient ruins, their feet brushing against history itself. It wasn't until 1967 that Nicholas Fleming from the Institute of Oceanography officially surveyed the area. What he found changed everything. These were not scattered remains of a fallen dock or shrine. They were deliberate patterned foundations forming a complete urban grid. Later surveys confirmed the unbelievable. A fully preserved prehistoric city lay just below the water's surface. Pavlopetri is considered the oldest known underwater city, and remarkably the most complete, dating back to at least 2800 BCE and possibly earlier. It predates Mycenaean Greece. It may have thrived alongside or even before the Minoan civilization. When the sea slowly advanced over centuries, it did not destroy Pavlopetri. It gently covered it, preserving it like a memory held beneath glass. Divers can still navigate narrow lanes between homes, trace worn stone paths where countless feet once passed, and find hearths and foundations where families once lived, laughed, and built their lives. What makes Pavlopetri extraordinary is not only its antiquity but its preservation. The waters, barely 10 feet deep, are tranquil and protective. Instead of decay, the sea seems to cradle the city, holding it suspended between time and eternity. Artifacts tell quiet stories. Pottery adorned with spirals, stone tools, delicate beads hinting at distant trade or local artistry. The city's design reveals intelligence and order. Streets arranged in a grid, homes facing the prevailing winds, and advanced drainage channels running beneath the walkways. Pavlopetri was not built at random. It was designed with thought, rhythm, and purpose. But how did it vanish? Geologists believe a gradual combination of tectonic shifts and rising sea levels submerged the city. There was no catastrophe, no earthquake, no flood. Only the slow surrender of land to water. Pavlopetri was not destroyed. It was absorbed, gently reclaimed by the sea. In recent years, researchers from the University of Nottingham and the Hellenic Ministry of Culture have digitally reconstructed Pavlopetri using 3D sonar mapping. These renderings reveal stone walls, open courtyards, and rooftops that once opened to the stars. Even in digital form, the city retains a ghostly presence, alive yet unreachable. Divers who visit describe an almost sacred tranquility. The sunlight glows golden through the shallow water. Fish drift through ancient doorways. Seagrass sways where voices once rose. The sea seems to breathe around the ruins, and many divers report feeling as though the city itself is still alive, its rhythm echoing faintly through the waves. No walls remain tall enough to cast shadows, no roofs still stand, and yet the city feels enclosed, as though memory itself has built invisible walls to preserve what remains. Pavlopetri is a rare portal into the ancient world, untouched, serene, and eerily complete. Unlike other ruins that beg for discovery or interpretation, Pavlopetri asks for silence. It invites you to pause, to drift over its submerged streets and simply listen. Not all ruins tell stories of tragedy. Some, like this one, tell stories of grace, of a civilization that now rests unbroken and unburdened beneath the eternal calm of the sea. And as the light ripples across its ancient stones, we turn eastward, toward India's coast, where another legend lies in the shallows. A tale of 7 temples, of 6 lost to the tide, and one that still stands to remember them.